Hi everyone, welcome to the Diecast collection with ours channel. Here is the Mod Speeder by Hot Wheels. As you can notice in this Mod Speeder, this is a rather large model compared to the regular 1/64 scale cars, and this is one of their newest lines that is more interactive. Not only that, it also is containing some additional features. We're gonna check them out because this car is also pullback speeders type of car. That means it has a pullback mechanism that we're gonna check out later. Pretty cool. To give you an idea on how big this car is, let's do a size comparison. So this is, I think it's around 1/43, if I'm guessing right. Here is one of the mainline models, one of the newer ones in my collection. Let's compare that, how big this car is. And another one that is part of my older collection. If I put this out, see the difference of the sizes? This is indeed larger. It has more details, additional fun features. It's a nice model to be not only for display purposes, but it's also interactive. Let's go check this fantasy model starting in the front. The mod speeder is now larger, and I read on the wiki that this has an actual 1/64 scale car, but this is a larger model. More details are visible, such as the grille. Look at that, with the tubes over here. So these might be for some of their coolants, or maybe to make the car run faster in races. It even has a large engine exposed, the lift. From the looks of it, this has a low profile to reduce the drag. Although this is a fantasy model, it does resemble a real car, a supercar to be exact. Looking at the driver's side, because this is a left-hand drive car, it has these paint designs in the center. The paint designs are limited in the center, that is on the door, and in the front of the hinge of the door. You can see it from here. So it does make a nice color combination. On the violet body, it has a number 55 racer number, a big one, and some additional text in different colors to mix with this paint theme. Violet body that is made of metal, mid plastic, and then I think this is the base or mid plastic as well. Very nice details. Going on the passenger side, it's mostly the same, except for the paint designs are mirrored, so it's gonna be appropriate for the side. It's not, let's just say it's not reversed, so it's nicer to look at. There are details such as the rims. We can see that the rims have followed the format of the regular Hot Wheels release, that is a larger wheel at the back, but not too large, and a regular sized wheel in the front. Some more details in the middle. I think these are vents. They stepped to enable the driver to get in. Air intakes. Lots of physics going on here. Although this is a fantasy model, it does look like a real car, or it's based from a real car. And that's pretty nice. At the back, similar in the front, we don't have any paint designs, but it does have a single light bar that is sometimes other car companies in the real world implement. So I'm not really sure in this fantasy model how this light bar works. This might light up for brake, for everything here. Signal lights on the sides, I'm not really sure. But if it does work, it's gonna be cool to look at. The back wing, I think there should have been a slot here to reduce the drag, so they just didn't do it. Maybe it's just like in the mainline model. There are exhausts at the bottom. Let me see, are they made of metal? I guess they are made of metal. So let me check. No, it's made of plastic to be exact. I did the touch test because metal parts tend to be a little bit cooler compared to plastic. Exhausts, and I guess this is a gas tank. Some of the details at the bottom, this is for the pullback mechanism. And the wheels made of these, they call this a slicks. It's made of rubber. So let's check in the front. It's the same, the light bar. So it can work just like regular front lights, but in a Hot Wheels fashion. Let's check the top. The top does have lots of paint designs. Paint striping, the exposed engine, the interior that has more details because this is a larger model. The paint striping continues at the back, just like on a regular car. The present cars, it has an antenna on the top. Beneath the back window, that is painted orange. Rather impractical, but when it comes to flashy and racing, I guess in the world of fantasy models, it does work. There are these, what do you call this? Maybe additional engine components or something. And the back wing, it does have paint striping over here. Some vents. Although this is a fantasy model, I like this one because it has side view mirrors. That is usually not present in models. I like it. Checking the interior, it does not have any opening feature, just like the regular Hot Wheels model. Can't show much. There's a driver's wheel, and there are car seats. The dashboard. And what else I can show you from this angle? It's kind of difficult because this is a slim car. It does not have an opening door, by the way. The driver's seat over there, you can see a little bit more, and the driver's wheel as well. The passenger seat at the opposite side, which is here. The engine, there are details as well. The cover of the engine is part of the plastic window that is painted in this orange tint, orange pink. At the bottom, here's the base. It has these copyright information. The exposed hole over here is needed to attach the key lock for the car so it won't just roll over in the box during transit. And that's a nice touch. And look at that. Here's the light bar from the back. It's made of this single plastic, same tint, orange pink tint, as it covered the engine and the front light bar. Okay, we're seeing more information about how this works. You can see the front lights over here, a couple of them. So when this lights up, most likely it will illuminate more on the sides, and this is just for style, I guess so. See that? All right. This being pullback speeders, it has a pullback mechanism inside the car that works just like a regular pullback, like in the other brands. It has also, what I like about this series is a working feature. In addition to being a pullback racer, it has an opening front hood that can reveal more of the engine in the front hood. I really like that they added these details, even though this is a fantasy model. This adds some more display options for this model. You can display this like this, with the hood open. Or just like in the first part of the video, you can just close it like that and put some more details on the sides for the backgrounds for a nice diorama. For the pullback feature, before I do that, let me show the packaging of the car. This is the packaging. See, it's a larger packaging for the larger model mod speeder. It even has the Muscle Mania category. So this is the second one out of the 3 in the cars. The instructions, and here are the other cars in this set. Nothing more here. At the bottom, and copyright information. Okay. The first working feature is the front hood. I already showed that. Let me go for the pullback mechanism, just like the other pullback toys. And I was surprised that Hot Wheels did this series, because they're usually, look at that, very fast. They're usually just releasing 1/64 scale cars. They even released larger scale models. I think it's also 1/43. It's premium casting, metal body, metal base, but does not have any working feature. I think that series is more for the realistic cars, but as you saw earlier in the box, this series do have the realistic cars and the fantasy cars, just like this one. They added it. In addition, since this is larger, more of the details can be seen from the smaller mainline model of this car into this larger version. Very nice. Okay, now going to the things that I don't like about this fantasy model. Of course, it is a fantasy model, anything goes, but this also applies to real cars, such as I think drag cars and gassers. If I'm going to drive this car, if it becomes real and I own this car, I'm gonna have a hard time. See this front engine exposed? If you try to drive like that, you have to actually move yourself so that you can see on the side of the engine. So it's gonna be hard to drive. Okay, let me just try to do it. If I'm driving here, I want to look at the right. It's gonna be hard. I have to turn my shoulder, then to look to the right side, and the same here on the passengers. If the passenger wants to look on the left side as well, it's gonna be a little bit tough. So it is very cool from the outside for exhibition, but I guess when it comes to racing, this is, for me, it's going to be practical only if it just goes in one direction. And fortunately, it does only go to one direction. That is in the front, forward. Just open this as I close it. Let me see if this works. I'm not going to do this in real life, but this is a fantasy model. We can do this as well. This ends my video art on the Mod Speeder Pullback Speeders edition by Hot Wheels. Thanks for watching, enjoy your collection, and see you with the next model.